Good afternoon, students, and welcome to your artifact of the day. I'm your professor, Dr. Rob Steffen, and today we are going to look at the Krateriskoi and statuettes of girls from the site of Browron. Now, imagine a sanctuary where young girls played a key role in religious rituals, where childhood was honored through art and ceremony. Well, that place was Browron, one of the most significant sanctuaries dedicated to Artemis in all of ancient Greece. And some of the most fascinating artifacts from this site, well, they're known as the Krateriskoi. These are small, decorated pottery vessels. And the statues and figurines of girls that go alongside them, well, they were all dedicated to the goddess Artemis. These objects provide a rare and intimate look at the lives of young girls in ancient Athens, their role in religious traditions, and how they were represented in art in the ancient Greek world. So today, we're going to do a deep dive into these artifacts to uncover their meaning and their significance. Come on, let's go. Okay, so let's start with the funnily worded Krateriskoi. So this derives from the Greek word crater, and a crater is basically a large vessel for mixing wine and water. The Krateriskoi are smaller little versions of this, and it actually looks, from the painted decoration on these, like it was the young girls themselves who were doing the decoration on these vessels. So, at first glance, Krateriskoi may look like just another type of Greek pottery, but they really did hold a special role in the festival of the Arctea at the site of Browron. And this is where little girls, known as the Arctoi, or the bears, performed rituals in honor of Artemis. So the Krateriskoi, they're small mixing bowls, and they're often decorated with dancing girls, animals, and religious symbols. And they were made as kind of part of a series of offerings from and by the young girls to the goddess at the sanctuary. But why bears, right? The ritual likely reflected an older myth linking Artemis to wild animals, and the transition then from childhood, kind of a wild childhood, to a more muted, more civilized adulthood. These Krateriskoi, found in large numbers at the site of Browron, serve as a kind of material evidence of these ceremonies. Snapshots of young girls participating in the rites of passage within the carefully structured world of Athenian society. And in a way, we actually get to see the hands of the girls themselves decorating these vessels. But the Krateriskoi are not the only type of artifact at Browron associated with young girls and their rite of passage. Browron is famous for its life-size statues and its small figurines of young girls, often depicted in simple, flowing garments, standing in relaxed poses. Some hold objects, perhaps toys or symbolic items, while others appear to be engaged in movement, capturing the liveliness of youth. These statues are some of the only surviving artistic representations of girls from ancient Greece, where women and children were really often underrepresented in public art. Who commissioned these statues? Well, many were dedicated by families, likely as part of the rituals thanking Artemis for protecting their daughters, and as part of this ritual rite of passage. So frequently, these would have been elite or aristocratic families from nearby Athens. And this was all done to ensure the successful childbirth and kind of progression to become a future mother for those young girls as they entered womanhood. So why the connection with Artemis? Well, Artemis was not just the goddess of the hunt. She was also the protector of young girls, guiding them through the critical transition from childhood to adulthood. The Arctea ritual, held at the site of Brauron, required young Athenian girls to live at the sanctuary in a dormitory for a period, dressing in saffron robes and engaging in sacred dances. The exact meaning of their bear role is heavily debated, but it may have symbolized a temporary kind of return to a wilder, untamed state, the last vestiges of youth, before re-entering society as a young civilized woman. The Krateriskoi and girl statues, then, were more than just religious objects. They were part of a broader cultural practice that shaped female identity in ancient Athens and the surrounding region of Attica. The artifacts from Brauron give us a rare, tangible connection to the lives of young girls in antiquity, something that's often overshadowed by grander political and military histories. The Krateriskoi reveal how rituals and religious festivals shaped childhood, while those statues of the girls provide insight into how girls were perceived and commemorated. They remind us that ancient Greece wasn't just a world of men and warriors. It was also a place where young girls danced, played, and left their mark in history. So next time you see an image of a simple ceramic vessel or a statue of a young girl, remember, these objects hold stories of a lost but deeply human past. And now, you're an artifact expert.